Hello and welcome to the fifth house of my series. I'm not going to edit that out. Where I am on my Khajiit now, who is something of a reaver. Like, I don't know really what the theme is. I'll get into that later. And basically for this house, it is right here in Thieves Oasis in Benkurai. I realize I haven't told you guys or shown you guys where the rest of my other houses were, but you can use your context clues and or the description to figure it out. So anyways, into this house now, the fifth and probably last house in my series so far. The whole idea I had in mind for it was Khajiit and Alakir, the Red Guard people. Reason being is because they are so very similar in lore and in aspects and everything else that pretty much they represent and are. So I was like, yo, might as well just combine the two, and I think it would be kind of really cool. Maybe have like some sort of theme going on with like a Khajiit or an Alakiri dude, a Red Guard dude. I don't know. I didn't really know where I was going with it entirely, but I had something of an idea in mind. Maybe they're just roommates or something else. I don't know. You know, I don't even have an Red Guard character to show it off to you guys, unfortunately. They're just not my favorite in terms of like pretty much almost anything. Like the lore is cool, for the most part. Their characters are kind of, there's not really a lot of passive buffs or anything for them, so I haven't really gotten around to it. But this is my house, and I'm going to walk around and show you guys every little detail about it, and also giving some of the context clues. I wanted to make like a Japanese house with these paper things, but as you know about Khajiit, their whole thing is pretty much being very acrobatic, which is a bit of an understatement for what you guys are going to see here. This is also my last house, where I have next to, like, not really much of any of it is really finished. Like, I just kind of wanted to build and focus on the outside and have almost nothing done on the inside aside from what pretty much the default came with. And I might have some extra furniture kind of thrown around here and there, but yeah. Mizak Thunderboots, really cool, fun little DLC with him, or quest with him. Maik the Liar, everybody knows Maik the Liar, greatest dude ever. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to show you guys this house at night, so I'm really hoping this video turns out, and if not, then I'm gonna have to take it down and then re-upload it. But yeah, because unfortunately I am showing this off on PS4, and I am not a professional YouTuber, as I have mentioned many times already. So here it is. I'm gonna show it to you guys from many different viewpoints. Elsewhere, fountain. Most all of this is hand placed. Like, it was nothing more to start it off with than this right here, which came with the house. So I was like, okay, build on it. Don't move much of anything around. Just continue to build on it instead. And since this is a Khajiit house and they are all about climbing and pretty much trying to reach the stars and the moon and everything in between, as is their like destiny, as their goddess says. Also mixed themes here. God of the Red Guard god, the Akatosh version of him. And can't really get rid of these statues, so like I said, just build off of it. And I think it turned out really nice. The nice little man-made drawbridge. Everything connects to everything else in some way, shape, or form. So it's, something of like a, if the Khajiit had to practice being better at like getting away and being thieves, as most of them are known for being and doing, then this is the perfect house for that. I'm gonna go ahead and run around and show you guys all that I've connected and what I've pretty much built up to fit. And then I will actually go through and show you guys some of the more finer details of the actual house. For me, this was the whole idea of the house was whenever I built it, was just make it as cool and as acrobatic as possible, I guess. Like, just throw everything together. I don't really have like much of any details. Normally I would like put like everything around this pool and swimming area, like towels and everything else, like, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So some moon sugar, because of course Khajiits. And there's not really much to say or do or anything else really going on over there. So this might actually wind up being my shortest video yet. I like some of the plants that I've placed. Should show you guys this little spot. And also too, there's not really even a whole lot of stuff in game for either of these two different races in terms of like building and artifacts and stuff to find, which is yeah, kind of also too part of why I just said merge the two for this build, because since there's so few of both of them, if I made a singular house on each one of them, then it would have like next to nothing in it. So, and it just makes more sense, I think, you know, like I would imagine that the Khajiit probably love hanging around near the Redguard lands of Hammerfell, since you know, they're always saying, may the road take you to warm sands. Like, hey, where's the warmest sands at? But yeah. Also, the Khajiit are not, I don't think that they're as weird about their dead as the Redguards are, and unfortunately the Redguards are constantly having a problem with undead, because it's like, I don't know, it's taboo to kill the undead. Like, don't even touch them, don't even look at them. So I think it'd be really helpful for them if they invited some cat people into their lands to help deal with some of those problems. But you know, it is what it is. I think one of the coolest NPC, you know, companion things you get in game. Look at that, little grizzly tabby mummy. But yeah, what was I saying? One of the coolest like companions you can get is actually like a necromancer, necromancer cat dude right now. I've heard and seen quite a few of the other stories. He is by far my favorite. He's just the most interesting. Little interactable right here. Not really too much going on, but I tried to keep a lot of it pretty simple, pretty nice and recognizable. That's interactable, I think. Like somebody's ghost will pop out and talk to you. Of Kunzari. But yeah, we're already almost done with this showcase. Hopefully I don't die. Nice. And few more themes. I really did want to show this house off at night, just because it's like same as the last house. This is pretty much what it's just meant to be for. It's just being shown off at night. Is because then that's how you get like all the colors that pop out and all the lanterns. Especially too, because since they worship the moons, then it being nighttime just makes the most sense. Some stuff, not really. Nothing's really done or put away or decorated as I had intended to do. But yeah, you know. Defense of Prince Hajulabe. I'm not gonna bother, sorry. That was probably, you know, if that's somebody's real life name, I'm sorry. Moon Temple. But yeah. Just some things going on, you know, just some things. Not really anything here is too detailed. I made like a whole fighting arena with these, since they just came with part of what I had, and I was like, oh, well, they're part of the lore. Oh well. Put them against each other, make it look cool. I do really like, I have like some weird colorful thing over there in the front, like these bells or something, and I actually wish I had gotten quite a few more of those. I don't remember where I even got them from, but I would like to have a few more of those around. Of course, a lot of worship for Azura, because that's the Khajiit's like most important god, and might even be the Redguards. I don't remember how much regard they have for her. I don't think it's, you know, their most important. I think it's that dude over there that's their most important. But yeah, and now to show off the inside of the house, and I think I really only have like one of these two insides of the houses to show you guys, really. Yeah, I think this is pretty much it right here. Wall. Where it's really simple. I, for the most part, kept the idea of what the game, like kind of the base of it was, and then I just said, hey, make a trophy room on top of it, because that's pretty much all that most of the, you know, the dowry, the trunk, things like this, like That's pretty much a large chunk of what the stuff is that these guys even have. The red guards is pretty much, it's mostly just vases and stuff that is like, if you type in or try to build any of it, for the most part, that's what you're gonna find is vases and, you know, little statues and stuff. Like, most of the furniture isn't really like crazy, like, oh my god, look at that, Top Papa's lamp. Casca. Nice little trophy room, so of course she's guarding it, because, you know, because you are thieves, and, you know, yeah. Merchants are a lot of what red guards are, so just a whole trophy room. Almost all of my characters are like proficient, and they're all really good at the Thieves Guild questline. I've done this Thieves Guild questline so many times, I'm so... Make a shorter version, please. Like, take out some of it for those that have already done it. Like, hey, would you like to skip ahead and pay or something to get it done? I don't know, just... Oh man, if I have to do my Ledger Domain skill line ever again. I'm sure if you guys can relate, that's, you know, it took a while. Let's see. Nice little goat, just cause goat, you know, kind of fits. Camel. Bendari. I really appreciate this one. They run so goofy and so funny whenever you're actually on them. So it's kind of hard to actually want to actually ride them a lot of the time. But yeah, they're great. They're fun. These houses are not done. I'm not gonna bother really showing you guys too much detail. Moon Sugar, Moonlit, you know, like it's all just base. This is what it came with. Some pedestals from the DLC. Like, unless I'm mistaken, I haven't gotten into any of this. I wanted to have it like set up like a pirate cove for these lower rooms, and have it kind of just, yeah, just done up where it would look like, yeah, like a pirate cove, you know, like something from Black Flag or something like that, where it just looks like a whole like bar setup, something like straight out of One Piece or something, you know, whole tavern setup. But I just, yeah, haven't really gotten around to it. And yeah, that is essentially the house. I hope you guys like it. I will go through and run around it again. Excuse any background noises. My dog is right here next to me sleeping, and you know, as I've said, I'm not professional at this, and I don't have an editor, and I don't edit. I don't really know how to do any of that. This isn't my full-time job. But if I miss anything, I'm going to go around and show you guys now. And I hope you guys liked this video, because I really enjoyed making these houses whenever I was more into it. And maybe you guys can relate, and maybe you guys are looking for ideas or anything in between, you know? So, yeah. This is essentially, I wanted to have like that big green orb from one of my previous houses. I wanted to have that right here. It really fit for quite a while, but I don't have a second one, and they weren't really worth the money. I think the only way to get them was with real life money, and it was like, cool, you got one house item for like 15 bucks, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, what does it do? You can look at it, okay, you know, like, not gonna lie, you know, I spent way too much time, money, and energy on this game, and I don't necessarily regret it, but, you know, there's some things where it's like, wow, like, you know, like, this was definitely something that had me occupied for quite a long time, and I really still do appreciate and love this game, but, you know, I don't really have the time for it these days that I used to, and since the servers are shutting down fairly soon on PlayStation 4, and I don't really have a big need to upgrade since I have a PC now, I don't know how much more time I'm gonna get out of this game, so... You know, if I make any upgrades or adjustments or anything else, I will in fact show you guys. But for now, I hope you guys liked the video, and have a good one.